Hello, beach friends. Today we are going to be exploring iconic Lighthouse Beach Park on Sanibel Island. When I beachcomb on Sanibel, it's hard not to think about Hurricane Ian that blasted through here a little over 1.5 years ago. And this is what the parking lot used to look like with its lush trees and greenery, and you can't even see the lighthouse through the thickness of the foliage. But today it's a little bit more cleaned out, and what is so strange to me is the no-see-um bug situation. But not to worry, I will explain how I went home with most of my blood. Now, I wanted to get to the beach before the sun came up, so mission accomplished on that goal. But I came here specifically to look for a tiny white shell called a wentletrap. And that part of my day did not go as planned, and I've never really had good luck here at Lighthouse Beach. But beach friends, I think today my luck finally changed. It felt like the beach was giving me beach treasures, literally trying to convince me to like it. So if you're ready to see what Sanibel thought I could not leave the beach without, let's go to the beach. Okay, here we are at Sanibel. I did get here before the sun came up, and I've been kind of like wandering around for a couple of minutes and not finding too much of anything. You'll notice there's some new sand here. Now, I was very curious to come here to look at the condition of the beach and also look at the condition of the lighthouse. Clearly, there's new sand here, that kind of, reddish looking sand that is different than the whitish existing sand that had already been here. Okay, so yay, it didn't cover all the shells, or at least in this particular area. Okay, yay, but just in general, this is not really looking conducive to what I wanted to do here. The tide also was not going to cooperate the entire week, really, so it's a little high, but it is what it is. Temperature's great, the view is great, but there's a really good chance I'm going to have to throw my plans out the window and just kind of see what else happens. This is a hinged Florida prickly cockle. Super fun. I love the interior color of those shells. So I walked all the way over. There is a fishing pier as well. And I figured, hey, maybe over here the conditions would be a little bit better. And they look like there could be wentletraps there, but just in general, there really just wasn't a lot of shells. Oh, a snowy egret. And we can hear an osprey. So that's one of our raptors that will hunt for fish. So that's why they're also called seahawks. So that is an osprey. Oh, yeah. I wonder if that's one of those bug bracelets. I got news for you. I came prepared. So yeah, the no-see-ums were out in force and I wasn't messing around. I wore pants. And so my legs are fine. It looks terrible. I don't feel a thing. They can't bite through that. But my hands and my ankles, I was using my bug barrier. And I'm getting older and I do really consider the ingredients that are in the things that I buy. And because this no-see-um bug barrier has all natural ingredients, I feel really good about recommending someone to use it and using it for myself. They do have a whole product line of things you can get. If you go over to seaanchoredsecrets.com and you purchase anything, use code SWF and you'll get $5 off your order. If you forget that, you can always find the information over on my website, the swfbeachlife.com store. And then I wanted to let you know that I'm now offering beach walks. So you guys can hire me if you happen to be here in the area. So looks like my plan for wentletraps isn't going to work out. And that's okay. In theory, they should be here, but I just feel like the tide's a little bit too high. It's a little bit too active. And when you're searching for like itty bitty things, yeah, this just isn't going to work for me. And there's just not much in the rack line either. So now I'm like, okay, great. Now what? Traditionally, when I come here, I don't really have good shell luck. But you know what? I'm here. The bugs are eating me. I already paid for parking, so might as well try. Now, previously when I would come here, see how flat? It feels like the beach is real. It used to be really, really flat. Maybe if I were to come back at low tide, I would experience that again. So we'll see. I'll be back. Hopefully I'll avoid the bugs. And you can literally see them flying around. The no-see-ums are miserable right now. Absolutely miserable. All right, we have a spiny slipper shell. Okay, those are kind of fun. So the slipper shells sometimes will be spotted, sometimes they'll be spiny. Coquinas. Okay, do like a good small shell. And I tell you what, the hinges on the coquinas are the most impressive hinges. If I had to say there was an impressive hinge, I'm going to go with the coquina. All right, a little flash of orange. And that is a little itty bitty Florida horse conch. Love those bright orange ones. Okay, so at least I'll look for tinies. We'll see what else is here. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I always do say, if you want good scallops, go to Sanibel. Sanibel has terrific scallops. Oh, a Florida prickly cockle, like the one we found earlier, except this one is, I guess we'll call it albinistic because the interior is really, really light. So very light, a Florida prickly cockle. Yeah, I mean, there's shells here. There's shells up on the beach. Most of those typical ones that we talk about, the arcs and some of the very common cockles. So there's definitely shells here, but we like to find something a little more exciting. So, all right, let's hit the beach. Let's see what's out here. Okay, cool. Now that is a calico scallop that has been buried in oxygen poor sand. So it does like a chemical reaction, and that's why that scallop is black. Oh, all right, we have a black jingle as well. The jingles will come in lots of different colors, including black. Fun. Okay, so black calico scallop and a black jingle and a yellow prickly cockle. Literally, that is the name. It is a yellow prickly cockle. Oh, terrific. I like those too. Wonderful. And okay, that's a little pear whelk. Kind of fun. All right, so tinies. All right, might not get a wentletrap, but maybe some good tiny shells. That would be cool. Uh-oh. Okay, all right, buddy. Let me help you out here. So we have a critter that is a pear whelk, and the animal is alive and, well, I wouldn't say well. I'm assuming it's okay. I wouldn't want to be tumbling around in the surf. So I'm going to just walk this critter out. Yeah, I know, buddy. We're going to try to get you some peace. I'm going to walk you out just a little bit so you're not tumbling around in the rack line there. There you go. And would you look at this? I go back up to the rack, or I go up to the shoreline, and there is another one. So this is a second live pear whelk. All right, but you too. I know. And I don't throw them. The animals are attached to the shells with a muscle, and you can hurt them if you throw them. So I'm going to gently. I did look for the first one, couldn't find it. So two pear whelks are happily hanging out. That is an oyster drill. Took me a minute to learn those, but yeah, that is a Gulf oyster drill. Now I know this looks similar, but that is an apple murex. The little ones, oh man, they can really, really look similar. And I just have had a lot of practice, so I can kind of tell them apart. Most of them. That's also an apple murex. Easier, the bigger they get, a little bit easier to ID those. So relatively common, apple murex. Another relatively common, this is a lightning whelk. Them and the horse conchs will get pretty big. So that's just a little lightning whelk. Oh, cool. So calico scallop with barnacles. And the barnacles I'll take if they're empty like a volcano. Otherwise, I don't really know, and I leave it at the beach. Anything questionable, anything that might even possibly survive or be alive, I leave at the beach. That's a paper fig. That's another shell that I tend to find at Sanibel. A good storm, Sanibel, dosinias, and paper figs will be everywhere. Oh, little chestnut turban. Cool. Excellent. Just a wee little chestnut turban. You know what I've never found over here either? The operculums for the chestnut turban. I've only found those up in Honeymoon Island. Look how cute. All right, so if you like tiny shells, that's a tiny little lightning whelk. Look at the little marks on it. Oh, that's cute. A little lightning whelk. And this is a little, we're going to say pear whelk. You'd be correct. It's another little whelk. Oh man, look at the no-see-ums. They're evil little bugs. Oh. Okay, since I'm getting so many tinies, it makes sense that I should grab one of these Atlantic giant cockles. That one's a beach cup, maybe not really beach bowl size, but yeah, we'll grab one of those. Oh, terrific. I do like a turkey wings. Oh, this one's a little chewed up. Yeah, it's kind of, I think I'll leave that. Yep. I'll leave that for someone else's collection. I've got a couple in mine already. Oh, do like buttercup lucines. I don't know why. I don't know. They seem like kind of a basic shell, but they're, I don't know, is that yellow maybe? Oh, pretty. Oh, wow. I haven't even made it that far. And I don't know. All right. There's definitely a couple little shells out here. All right. Yep. There's parking lot. Okay. What else? Well, would you look at that? All right. My favorite shell so far. That is a keyhole limpet, a cayenne keyhole limpet. That's also a no-see-um. Here is a, oh, that's beautiful. That's a calico scallop. And the scenery is just too gorgeous to not take advantage of. I'm going to be quiet and let you enjoy some beach time. I love morning and afternoon light is so pretty. And look at the way it just kind of hits that calico scallop with those sunbeam bursts. Beautiful calico scallop. Oh, Sanibel, you shouldn't have. Yay, once again, that's that ribbed cantharus that comes in that orange color. It's empty. That's what I'm making extra sure of. Oh, that's a terrific little shell. A little ribbed cantharus. Cool. What do we got here? All right, your banded tulip. I'm not going to hold on to that, but just to show you, yes, it is possible to find one. It's just going to be a little bit harder than that today, anyway. All right, so there are shells. Oh, what's that? Oh, move over, keyhole limpet. Little horse conch. Oh, that's great. Is that sand? Yeah, it's just sand. Oh, that's terrific. A little Florida horse conch with that fabulous bright orange color. Oh, okay. Now I'm starting to get a little bit excited. All right, that is an alphabet cone that has obviously been here quite a while. Oh, look, a peekaboo apple murex. Okay, what do we got here? Another slipper. A slipper shell. It's another apple murex. Yeah, just kind of rounded. Kind of been hugged by the beach a few times. And all right, while I'm here, I might as well do my damage on the scallops. Oh, that's so pretty. See, I'm pretty happy about tinies and scallops. All right, Lighthouse Beach. I'm starting to see your ways. All right, you know what? The tide's pretty high, so, you know, frankly, anything I'm finding, hey, is a pretty good thing. Now, this is a decent, like, little shell pile here. Let's take a peek. Let's see what all is here. A lovely calico scallop. Yep, that's great. Yeah, a majority of those shells are going to be cockles and arcs. Yeah, I see a lot of transverse arcs. What do you got here? A little piece of an apple murex. And this is also a reason I wear beach shoes, to protect my feet, and so if I had to. That is a cut ribbed arc. That is a, oh, very nice calico scallop. I'll hold on to that. Oh, that is a Florida prickly cockle. Yep, great color on that. That is a yellow prickly cockle. Good color, good condition. Yep. Hold on to that one too. Anything else real special? What do we got? A piece of a jewel box. You never know. I mean, I always at least kind of peek at the shells. That's actually nice. Another scallop. I never really find anything great, but I like to peek. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's see what else might be out here. Apple Murex. Nice size. Yeah, you got all your bits and pieces and you're a good color. It's a pretty good looking apple Murex. Why does that shell cracking me up? Like, it was funny. It reminded me of Marty Feldman. I'm probably dating myself, but yeah, fun little shell. Isn't that beautiful? That's a painted egg cockle. And it was like pristine, really beautiful, very delicate, simple shell, but really, really beautiful. Oh, I'm real happy about that. And in the background, an albino Florida prickly cockle. Yeah, I like those too. Oh, yay. All right, Sanibel. All right, Lighthouse. I mean, Sanibel, I already knew you're pretty awesome. Lighthouse Beach, you're definitely changing my mind. Okay, now here, from time to time, we will pick up some egg casings. This is an egg casing from an apple murex. They traditionally spawn in mass, like a bunch of the mamas will get together and lay all their eggs at the same time. That is a gorgeous Florida fighting conch. Yeah, probably going to end up with that in my shell bag as well. And I swear, I looked around before I went over. Am I the only one here that's going to get this shell? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Would you look at that shark eye? Oh my, it's gorgeous. So that's a true shark eye. Oh my, look at the size of that, and it's perfect. Okay, yep. Lighthouse, you changed my mind. I get it now. I get the allure of this beach. Ooh, that Florida, yeah. All right, let's just wash it off just to make sure. Yeah, that's so pretty, like a delicate. It's not, it wasn't fully mature because it doesn't have a very thick lip to that aperture. Oh, bright horse conch. Number 2. Right, that one's a little broken. That's okay. That's a terrific little horse conch. I had wanted to stay in the water shelling, but I couldn't see anything. And clearly, it's not all that much fun hunting for things that you can't see. So, yeah, that lady, she had the right idea. She just plopped herself right in the rack line, or right in the break line, rather. All right, I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. Just walk around, see what I can see. That is a pen shell, a juvenile pen shell. And those are the ones that are responsible for the nacre. So when I wash this out and you look on the inside, you can see that lovely nacre, or that mother of pearl. And those come from those little pen shells. Really neat. Oh, a rough scallop. Yep, that's awesome. Those are fun because you kind of find like the colors will be a little bit different than the calico scallops. Lovely rough scallop. I practically have this place to myself. It's so beautiful. And guess who I'm thinking about? Yep, I'm thinking about my Patreon. So Patreons, please know how much I appreciate you monetarily supporting me and helping me make videos like this, pay for the parking and the tolls and everything else that goes along with producing these type of videos. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I've been trying to give a little bit of extra content out there. So if anybody else is interested, head on over to Patreon and you can take a look at the different levels of support. Is that not beautiful? And I seriously practically feel like I have the island to myself. Me and the bugs. All right, so that is a little kitten's paw. And at this point, the bugs at about 8 o'clock in the morning. So I got to the beach about 6:30, and at about 8 o'clock, they stopped eating me. So it was nice to finally catch a break. Oh, that is a beautiful Florida fighting conch. Yep, nice and shiny and orange. and mine. Okay, back in the water. Oh, lightning whelk. Nice, nice size lightning whelk. We had a couple of those smaller ones. Yep. That is a nice looking lightning whelk. What? Okay. That's really kind of hard to kind of pick out of the water like that. That's a common nutmeg. Pretty hard. Like I said, a little bit harder when the surf is like this. That's a nice little find. What else? Kind of fun. Oh, little lettered olive. Yep, sure, they're representing here as well. Terrific. A lovely little lettered olive. Okay, so I saw something, and I don't want to mess around with it over the water because I could drop it. And on a day like today, I will not get a do-over. There we go. I did get it. I wasn't sure. Another little horse conch. A bright little orange horse conch. Yep. That's totally worth it. Gorgeous color. And it's empty. Woohoo! So another lovely little Florida horse conch and bug. And calico, yeah, calico scallop. Okay, that volcano-looking barnacle. Yep, just empty. And what do we got here? Oh, more barnacles. And you know, I used to remove all of them. Now I don't. Sometimes I do. Most of the time I don't. I don't know why that changes, but great calico scallop with a whole bunch of barnacles. Oh dear. Well, it's broken. A broken rough scallop. So we'll leave the rough scallop here. And we'll hold on to this kind of decorated calico scallop. Oh, abandoned tulip. So the keeper, yeah, for a day like today, it's not really chewed up too badly. So yeah, I'll go ahead and hold on to that abandoned tulip. Cool. Okay, back in the water. Florida fighting conch. You're kind of golden with stripes, and all right, you don't have like super points, but your aperture is kind of, yeah. Yep, just talked myself into another Florida fighting conch. All right, so at this point, I am not going to walk away from the lighthouse any further. I'm going to start walking back. Let's see what else lighthouse feels like I really need. Oh, you tricked me. Well, it happens. So that's a piece of a moon snail. I will take the garbage, though. Any of the garbage I find will come home with me. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, that's terrific. Lovely calico scallop. And I saw a flash of something. And, it's that same rough scallop. I am not taking you home. I'm sorry. Finding that same shell. It happens. I'll find the same shell once or twice. Oh, yep, you're lovely. Lovely purple and white calico scallop with no breaks. You're awesome. Oh, juvenile Florida fighting conch. You're a little bit spiky. Yeah, you're pretty awesome. Oh, yellow prickly cockle. Yep, you are awesome as well. A couple of little yellow things. I thought for a second that might have been a flat. I have not found a flat in a long, long time. So my cockle and my Florida fighting conch. The cut-ribbed arc. These are one of the arcs. I just like them. The cut-ribbed arc. Here's two of them. Lovely shells. I don't know why that shape appeals to me over the other ones. Don't know. I might as well snag this nacre while I'm here too. This mother of pearl or from a pen shell or that nacre color. I'll grab that too. Now this shell I picked up, it's like, oh, it looks like a little distosenia. Then I really started looking at it. I'm like, wait a minute. It just looks different. And so I looked it up and I got home and I thought for a minute it might have been a thin cyclinella. But the more I looked at it, I really just think it's kind of a worn down distosenia. But it was good to know. I didn't really realize that those thin cyclinellas were out there. So now that I know, I'm going to be on the lookout for one. All right, moseying on back to the point, and that's where the concentration of the people are. A little button shell, yes. So, oh, those are cute. I'd love to see a little snail for that. Oh, it's a little button shell. Yeah, it's back in the water. The clarity, it changes. It'll be clear in one area and then it kind of get clouds up again. The tide, again, not being very helpful. But it is what it is. The tide was a little bit wonky all week. And so I can see here it's cleared up a little bit. but there's really not much of anything. So I just kind of wandered back to the beach. Look at how beautiful that calico scallop is with that little kiss of pink on the bottom. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, we'll take that. Garbage. Luckily, it's not like plastic, it's just like a washcloth, but we'll remove that from the beach nonetheless. Oh, it's a little broken, but I'm going to keep it anyway. That's a great looking zigzag arc or turkey wing. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, speaking of cute, you little apple murex, you. Yeah, those little shells can just, a little hard to tease them apart, but that one is an apple murex. All right, so found this little mishmash. All right, let's see what exactly is here. It's, it's some broken things, some whole things. Here's a spotted slipper snail. So in addition to the spiny slipper snail, you can get spotted ones as well. Lots of common stuff that my brain just kind of skips right over it. I'm kind of looking for something a little different. All right, bunch of those spotted slipper snails. So I'm just kind of staring, just in case a wentletrap just kind of decides to appear. But I managed to get some of those spotted slipper snails. There's a little bubble on the bottom, a little moon snail, a little tiny bubble, and then a little lightning whelk. Oh, and a little nutmeg. All right, it's missing its top, but that's okay. When the tide is high and I'm struggling to find shells, my standards might just be a little bit different. So, Lighthouse Beach, I get it. I finally get why people like this beach. I've never really been able to find anything here. And I will tell you that they've installed this like cleanup station. And so you can take your bucket out in addition to shells, maybe pick up some garbage and then dump it in these receptacles on your way off the beach. They had just installed one of those at Bowman's, like right before the hurricane. And then the bathrooms, the proper bathrooms, are totally functional again. So we have real bathrooms, real foot showers. And then quickly, I did want to pop over to the lighthouse to kind of see how close they were going to let you get and just to kind of see what I could see. So I wandered on over there. And yeah, that's it. So they've done the reinforcing. There was like a skirt on the lighthouse for a while. That's been removed. So it looks like they're still reinforcing it. Unfortunate. Those other housekeeper buildings are gone. All right. So I did remove garbage. Today it was 7.25 ounces of garbage, which means in total I've removed a little over 51.635 pounds of garbage off the beach. And then Lighthouse also let me remove a couple other things. I did grab a couple of those distosemias, some of those cockles, the Atlantic giant cockles, the Florida prickly cockles, the yellow prickly cockles, the albino Florida prickly cockles, that yellow buttercup lucine. There was one mussel in there, cut-ribbed arc, some broad-ribbed carditas, a little broken lightning whelk, a little worm snail, and a kitten paw on top. Some of the pen shells, and then over to the right we have some jingles, some of the spotted slipper snails, one banded tulip, one lettered olive, some of the rough scallops, and then the calico scallops, all kind of on the bottom there. Those were so awesome. And then we've got apple murex, the nutmegs, the Florida fighting conchs over to the left. Most of those, some of those are going to go on bleach. Some of the lightning whelks. There was that paper fig, and then my favorites was, the moon snail just killed me. The egg cockle, the cayenne keyhole limpet, those beautiful scallops, the horse conch, little turkey wing. From my expectations were kind of low, and this really was a lot of fun. I'll definitely be back. I've really been wanting to get over to the East Coast. My schedule has not allowed me. So next week we're going to one of my favorite stomping grounds, Fort Myers Beach. Until then, I hope you have yourself a great week, and I'll see you again next Sunday.